Howdy do, folks. Raymond the Amish Comic here, and welcome to yet another episode of streaming live from my living room Saturdays at 8 only on YouTube. I did my normal active assholery, and I went on, Sparky and I went on Facebook Live to tell people that we would not be on Facebook Live. And I just hope you can hear me. If you can hear me, hit a thumbs up in the chat, please, because I was streaming from mobile, but I had some serious sound issues. Can you hear that? It's basically it's scaring the feathers off Sparky there, so I'm going to draw this back, but hopefully you peckerheads can hear me. I mean that in a nice way. So we're going to do this and shut that down. Um, so lots of stuff going on and nothing going on at the same time. How about that? Uh, the setup here tonight is casual. I'm tired. I had a rough couple of weeks. My ears are blocked. They're better than they were. Double-edged sword. Had to pull the plug on one of my first live shows in a while. Supposed to be at the Majestic Theater last night in Pottsville, but live audience and laughter is precious, and plus when your head is blocked, you can't really think straight. Um, so that's getting rescheduled for sometime in September 24th, 25th, somewhere around there. I feel bad, but I've suffered the tortures of the damned, and I'll be dipped in shit uh, if I'm going to be deprived of actually hearing live laughter when it's there. Uh, haven't been on the Keith show in a couple of weeks because of ear problems. That's rough. Doing things too, and Keith's amazing. He said, this is Keith's bit here tonight. It's probably gonna come back to haunt me. He said, because I said I can stream live. I don't really need to hear because there's nobody here to hear anyway. So, but he said I won't be able to hear the boomsa sound the end of show alarm, and there's a lot of truth to that. So this show could go on very long. That's why I'm chilling. That's why I'm sitting in the seat. Uh, Little Sparky trivia here. She is in her paradise right there. I see that. She's on the boot. There comes up the boot. This is so I don't know if they're going nuts or whatever happened. It says live stream offline. What the hell happened there? Did we go offline? Don't tell me we went offline. It looks like we went offline. Mine says we went offline. What the actual fuck is going on here? I don't know. How did we go offline? It looks like I went offline. Let's see if it's trying to reconnect. It says that I'm fine here. Am I back now? It looks like I'm back live. I don't know what the fuck just happened. That's how it's been going. This has been so fucking crazy. Uh, I'm a little mopey. On account of last night. You know, we were going to perform live, and I didn't get to perform live. So there's that. And some other shit's going on. I see notebook. I love notebooks. What I do is how I prepare these shows is I take material and I make notes all week long, starting tonight after this live stream. Put them in this notebook, and then I go through the notebook like earlier today or in the week, and then I start to print out a possible set list. This is set list from last year, around this time of the year. But I thought, fuck it. I'm just going to wing it. So I'm actually going to be looking in this notebook. I love notebooks. And when I say I love notebooks, I really fucking love notebooks. And I love good pens. And I have a good pen here. And keep an eye on me in the chat, because if I lose this pen, you peckerheads, I mean that in a nice way, will be able to say, it's not lost, it's in this pocket here, or I set it down over there and I don't know where it is. So that's what's going on. So with me in this chair is typically where my beautiful wife sits on the other side of this curtain. So she is sitting on the floor behind me right now because I'm a real douchebag. Um, and she really isn't. So she actually can pick wherever she wants to be. It's a mystery. She could be right over there on that sofa. She's not over here on this sofa because you could probably see her, or who knows where she is. So here we go. I'm going to make an attempt at really winging this show. I'm flipping back here. The trick to doing a show like this from notes and notebooks is I date everything, and then I got to remember what the date of last week's live stream show is, so I don't go uh, and do reruns. But really, typically, if I do reruns, what does it matter anyway? Um, sixth. What was the date last week? What last Saturday? It's the 12th today. -7 is the 5th. Okay, so that would work. The first thing in my notebook here for the live stream. Oh, I gotta do the welcome speech. Welcome. Send me money. How about that? Best way to donate is to PayPal, AmishComic@gmail. Become a Patreon. Hit the super chat. It doesn't matter. Just send me money or not. I'm definitely all over the place with my show today. Well, the first note I made was, and I don't know who sent me this, but there's an aquarium in Arizona where when you go into the bathrooms, instead of a giant mirror with the sinks and the urinals and stuff, the aquarium is right there like a giant fucking fish tank. So it's hard enough for men to pee in a room where there's other men peeing. That's why there's no conversation in the men's room. I can tell you this, there's no possible way that I could ignore the pressure of like a fucking shark staring at my junk while I'm trying to pee. So it looks like a cool thing to do, but it also looks like something that I will never do. I can honestly say I don't think I could pee while a shark is staring at my junk. Just not gonna happen. So know that to be true. For me, for entertainment, let's see here. This past week, because I'm going nuts like everybody else is, TikToks. I'm getting there's so much on TikTok. It's hard to find shit. So our daughter finds this amazing TikToks, and she messages them over, and then I just push them to the big TV. And I realized because they're like 30 seconds to 1 minute long. Albert's there. Fuck you, Albert. We're gonna get to that. That's my son in the chat there. He's gonna need some serious therapy. Richter, you're gonna have to help out Al. Al, you don't think I'm ready for you, but I am. Hang on. I'm all over the place here. Sparky is gonna curse me out, but I gotta do this. Here we go. Now I'm sitting on my notebook like a dumbass. So I got this. This is Twin Peaks season 3. Getting ahead of myself here. Back to TikToks. If you watch like I do, I don't watch them that often, so I save up till like there's 60 of them in the inbox. Like 60 to 90 TikToks is basically the same as watching a movie about nothing. So that's some people would say a waste of time, and I probably would have to agree with you on that. But let's see what I see. Oh, they're on they're TikTok highlights. Okay, there's people that say these 2 dogs, and the TikTok it's a whole series, and they give the dogs some food to try every week, like people food. But they make hats for the dogs to wear, themed in whatever the food is. So if they're gonna give them bananas, then they have dogs have these stupid fucking banana hats. And if it's carrots, stupid fucking carrot hats. Ice cream, stupid fucking ice cream hats. And I'm thinking, those people have way more time on their hands than I do. So, but that's a lot of fun there. The other thing, if you go on TikTok, there's a lot of cute animals on there, but a lot of people decide to ruin them with sad music. If you're making a TikTok and there's a chicken on a skateboard, for fuck's sake, throw a little banjo in there. We don't want to have a sad heartache song. Uh, but now I didn't want to go this far this fast, but since I seen Al in the chat there, with the fuck you, Albert. This is very inside humor. Twin Peaks season 3 is an acquired taste. My son watched Twin Peaks 1 and 2 in recent years. Al's in there, grown up son, and he was devastated by the ending of season 2 25 years ago. So he didn't really want to see this, and I goaded him into seeing Twin Peaks season 3, and I hope we continue this tonight because he's not through this thing yet. They're about 8 or 9 episodes in. I'm not sure what, but his name is Albert. He's in chat, and then I like to watch it again and again. So when they watch, I like to watch with them. So we do 3, 2, 1, play. Then I'm like the therapy. So in Twin Peaks season 3, Diane from the recording, the Cooper used to say, Diane, you got to tell me what kind of amazing trees these are, okay? So, but she's a little more pissed off in season 3, and Albert is like a forensics FBI guy, and they don't get along that well. She's like, fuck you, Albert. And so when that happened, I sent him a text, being funny, fuck you, Albert, but his name is Albert. And then I started to think, oh my God, I might be a little bit ahead of him in the series. And if she didn't say fuck you, Albert yet, then he's going, what the fuck's wrong with Pops up there, man? He just said, fuck you, Albert. What the fuck did I do? So he had to wait for fuck you, Albert to get caught up. This is some fucked up shit. Episode 8, I've warned them to smoke as much marijuana and get as liquored up as they possibly can. It's a pothead. It's a visual. It's quintessential Lynch. There's a lot of. He's an artist, and there's about a 9-minute sequence of just things flying through shit and all kinds of weird shit. And they did say, well, you did warn us to get all liquored up and shit and watch this. And when it was at the tail end of it, they sent me a picture back. Their cat was fucking mesmerized by this David Lynch. So it's kind of, I'm a little jealous of that because I always wanted a cat who would like to watch David Lynch. So Al's in there. Their cat likes David Lynch. That's kind of amazing. Let's see here. Twin Peaks, more about that later on. Now, shifting gears, I'm all over the place. Here is why I'm a little mad and miserable. Just because of sometimes, do you ever make bad entertainment choices? Like possibly here tonight, here, what the fuck are we doing here? We have book club at my house, and my wife, my daughter, another son, not Al, but another Al. It's actually an Al. There's so many Als. Easy. Gets rough when we're texting about Christmas because there's a couple of Als. I like serial killing shit, and I did not want to go into Wheel of Time fantasies, and that's where I wound up. And Wheel of Time books were finished by Brandon Sanderson. He has like 80,000 fucking of these fantasy books. This is from the Stormlight Archive. Now, these are fantastic. They're so good. And we listen to the audiobooks and we read along. The readers are the same as Wheel of Time. Absolutely incredible book. Here's what he does. These books, I love them. Don't get me wrong. But to write a book like this, an epic fantasy, and this is like one of like 90,000 books, you got to be like a geek and a nerd to write them, not just to read them, but to write them. I am convinced that Brandon Sanderson was bullied in high school, and he's taking his evil revenge on the reader, because what he does is he likes to kill off all your favorite characters, but you don't really know if they're dead. They have the fuck beat out of them at the end of a chapter. They get stabbed, and then you don't really know if they die, and then the chapter ends, and then the next chapter, somebody's having dessert. And that's a real mindfuck, and we're coming down the home stretch of this book today, my wife and I. My wife got so upset by this, she actually got up from where she sits right here and ran over and started nervous twanging my legs because of fucking shit that's going on in this. So, Rhythm of War, Brandon Sanderson, Stormlight, Archives, amazing shit, but you have been warned. Now, let's see here. Okay, people in the chat. Oh, Clee's sister's not here tonight. She's going to see the rerun. I'm not sure I have a Clee's brother, actually, would be. Clee's short stories that I'm going to do tonight, but I don't know if I feel like reading tonight. I'm a little fucked up. And see, here's the weird thing. If you have any ear problems, okay, so you assume it's wax. That's what it is. When you can't hear, you assume it's wax. So I spent the whole week, and my wife deserves some sort of reward for this, putting eardrops in this ear and then this one the whole fucking week long. And it doesn't sound like much, but to put in eardrops properly, you must take your head and tilt it this way, like this. And then my wife comes in, she's got to drop them drops in, and then you got to set the boomsa timer for like 5 minutes, 7 minutes. Then I can't hear it go off, and then all the goo runs out, and you go through that all week long, and it didn't fix a fucking thing. I couldn't hear a fucking thing. I couldn't hear nothing. There was like a little transistor radio in my ear, and Al, fuck you, Albert Al, episode 8 with blocked ears and a little transistor radio in there is actually pretty cool. It's actually, transistor radio ear actually enhances your enjoyment of some David Lynch material. So I broke down, I went to the doctor, I didn't want to go, the doctor money's not really in the budget, but I couldn't fucking hear. So I thought he'd go in there with the air gun and just blow 2 big fucking candles out of my ears and then I could hear. He looks in there and he says, there's no wax in there. There's no wax at all. It's allergies. And there's fluid. It's too horrible to talk about. It's fucking allergies. And so I got put on steroids. These are the most disappointing steroids I could possibly imagine. When I think of steroids, I'm thinking, oh boy, I can probably feel like I could hit like 65 home runs way too fucking far. These are very disappointing as steroids go, but that's my ear woes right there. They're still not back full tilt. And let's see, flipping through things here. See, Sparky's having such a ball. There you go. Well, of course, if I move that foot up, it's going to piss her off a little bit. Oh, another reminder, way too late now. This is a politically free zone, but there are things that some politicians do that are so fucking crazy that they're noteworthy. This would have been trending on Twitter, and again, don't go on Twitter. It's a horrible place. It just sucked the fucking life out of your soul. Let me go in there and find the weird shit for you. There's still in this country a big argument over whether global warming is a thing or not. A politician who shall remain nameless suggested that did anybody consider firing missiles at the moon to change the Earth's trajectory to help combat global warming? I'll just sit here for a second while you fuckers process that. And they were very polite to me. They're like, I don't think anybody's really thought of that till now. So if we go that way, you'll get the blue star. So, and that fucker gets $3,000 a week, and I'm sitting here fucking waiting for a stimulus check, you motherfuckers. So there's that. Let's see my notes here. Whipping through my notes. Oh. Crenshaw, friend of mine, Crenshaw, who has been featured on some of these shows, worked on film sets, art design, all kind of cool shit. He's got his own channel. He's headed off to Maui on Monday to work on a film. And that's another thing that makes me a dick, because my life's kind of a little shaky now. But it's awesome when your friends are doing cool shit. And then you go, oh boy. And I say, hey Crenshaw, I can't hear. My life sucks. I had to cancel the fucking show. He said, I'm going to Maui to make a movie. That's wonderful. So basically, I know what the movie's about, but I don't know if I can discuss with you what the movie's about. If he texts me back during this thing, I'll tell you what the movie's about. If not, I'll give uh, Crenshaw a rip roaring send off to Maui. And don't worry about your out of work stand up comedian friends here on their uh, fifth rewatch of Twin Peaks season 3. Oh, that's another thing. Fuck you, Albert. Cause see, I love you. You know this is true, but you fall asleep way earlier than I do, and so when you stop after episode 5 at 9:30, I'm watching on a Blu-ray. I'm watching all the fucking rest episodes till 2 o'clock in the morning. So everything that you are about to watch, I have just watched like 3 times this week. That makes me your support team. That makes me the Twin Peaks expert. We got to get you to the um, deleted scenes and the bonus features. Oh, fuck you, Albert. I was gonna. Now this is so terrible because now I'm calling my son "fuck you, Albert." But that's how I distinguish him from my tech Al. You did not know this. When you're done with Twin Peaks season 3, you could probably bash my kneecaps in because there's actually a prequel film to the entire fucking series. It's a prequel to Twin Peaks season 1, season 2, and they actually suggested you watch this before season 3, and I just thought it up now. Fire Walk with Me. That's what it is. In this Twin Peaks season 3, I think, and it might be spoilers, I don't know if it is or not, they talk about a character you don't really see in season 3, Philip Jeffries. Well, fuck you, Albert. Guess who Philip Jeffries is in Fire Walk with Me? David fucking Bowie. That's right, David fucking Bowie is Philip Jeffries. So that's something to look forward to when you're all distraught and you're like, oh my god, what am I going to do now? You go watch Fire Walk with Me and get to see David Bowie as Philip Jeffries. So we got that to look forward to. Oh my god, this is such a bizarre week. Let's see here. Oh, here's why I'm pissed off at Crenshaw because going off to Maui, Crenshaw and I have been trying to do a collaboration of something forever, but we both had what we would call tough weeks. I don't know if normal people would call them tough weeks or not. So I thought up a new show for him and I to do that we can't fucking do now because he's going off to Hawaii. It's going to be 2 nasty old hippies on a park bench with no money and no marijuana, and we just fucking complain about everything, and we don't even really acknowledge the camera. We're just sitting there, well, we don't have any money for marijuana or pizza or nothing. And then we will notice people coming at us in the webcam. What the fuck are you looking at? There's nothing funny here. We're miserable, nice. Get the fuck off. So that was going to be a thing we were going to do. But now he's happy, so he's going off to Hawaii. It can't be one miserable old hippie without money and marijuana on a park bench while the other one's making a film in Hawaii. That's not fucking funny at all. So there, that fucked that up. Let's see here. Oh. Yeah, don't mind just reading here while people are waiting for something fun to happen. Oh, that's something I don't even talk about that. Okay, so Broadway is opening, some concerts are reopening and stuff. Our amazing daughter, Jerry, was doing a lot in theater before all that turned to shit. And she's balls to the walls. I mean, she's doing some other stuff, which I'm happy about because show business really sucks batshit balls. But it got me thinking, she has gone up to, I've taken her up to New York over the years countless times to audition for Broadway shows and off Broadway shows. And she was 15, 16 years old when she did. The Broadway audition, theater audition is the scariest fucking thing. It's scarier than any uh, episode of Twin Peaks. It's the most horrible thing you could possibly do. I don't know how she possibly could fucking do it. Um, so whenever she has any fear or anxiety in her life about doing anything, she says, "Hey, you auditioned for shit in New York," and she's like, "That's right, I made it through that." So basically, what happens is for these auditions, if comedians had to audition the way theater people have to audition, you not one fucking comedian would ever get one gig, ever, 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 ever. You just wouldn't. You just 100 people, and you got to wait all fucking day long, and then you got to go in, and there's a table of three assholes fucking staring at you, and then you just zip it, and you go, and then you come out, and that's fucking end on it. It's the most horrible thing that there possibly is. And again, my stories don't really have a point or an end to them, but that's a shout out to our daughter. She's doing something now in life that I can't pronounce yet. It's nothing illegal, but now I got you all intrigued here. And then I remember something else I was going to tell you about, and then I fucking forgot it. Oh, I know what it is. Again, amazing fans. Things are opening up, and I keep getting congratulated that I'm back on tour, and I'm not back on tour. Comedy is opening up slowly because stand-up comedy, this is the slow season because everybody goes to pig roast, picnics, golf outings, vacations. People that are cooped up for a year and a half, they don't want to actually go out and be in. They want to go out and be out. So a lot of comedy shuts down for the fucking summer. So the pandemic is reopening during a time when my business is normally fucking shut down. So that's fucked up. So what's happening is also comedians and clubs that can't run normally are just thinking up the weirdest shit they possibly can. I have ranted a couple of weeks ago about turning down some gigs at swingers clubs because I found my line of shame. So people are running comedy for really shitty money because nobody has any money and the clubs have been shut down. So they're trying not to pay comedians, and they've always tried not to pay us. So it seems like it's easy to run a comedy show. So like, we're just opening, we're getting going. Let's just get some comedians in here, and we won't have to pay them, and people won't care if they suck. So I can't do those kind of shows. I just can't fucking do them. And I get excited because I think, oh boy, that's a place that I love and I can work. I'll go work there. Kennett Flash Theater, down where they filmed Mayor of Easton, Kennett Flash Theater, Kennett Square, nice theater. They started running stuff again, all right? And I'm there. I'm in. I love it. I'm going to go. But here's the twist, and I didn't know. Rooftop comedy. Rooftop comedy. I didn't even fucking know this place had a roof. I didn't even know it had a fucking roof that you could be on. I don't know if it's like a point like this and you just go stand up there and it's like a comedian version of Fiddler on the Roof. I have probably a fear of heights. More likely I have a fear of people just going up on a roof and you got to take your own fucking lawn chairs up there and shit. So I have some questions before I book my comedy on the rooftop. So there's that. Grab some water here. I'm still fucking dry. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Right now, we're just holding up the season 3 rewatch of Twin Peaks here. So there's my eardrops complaining. Eardrops are not returnable either. You can't just say, hey, there was actually no wax in my ears. I'd like to return these eardrops. So they're not returnable. So, here, all over the place, here's my notes. See, no time to organize this shit. So if you're like me and my wife, sometimes we watch TV for background and we're trying to figure out what we're going to do. And we play games on our various devices. Now, my wife plays solitaire because that's supposed to be really good for your brain, and she would say that it's mindless. Solitaire, spider solitaire, I think that was that requires too much brain power for me. I'm more of a Candy Crush kind of guy. You know, you match the candies, and then there's three in a row, and then you match them, and there's four in a row, and then you make an elbow, and it turns into a little wrapped candy. And if you put five in a row, then you get one of them spiky balls, disco balls. And if you slam a spiky ball into a stripy thing or a wrapped candy or another spiky ball, all fucking hell breaks loose and candy's flying all over the fucking place. And that's the level of me. The problem with Candy Crush is you'll be out of lives. It will say you're out of lives. Would you like to ask your Facebook friends for lives to play Candy Crush? And again, I have found my level of shame. I will not save my favors. I will not waste them on asking friends to give me Candy Crush lives. No fucking way. That's where I draw the line. Then I get a little pissed off because Candy Crush says you can't play anymore. You're out of lives. Fuck you to tell me that I can play. I'm a grown up. I can fucking play if I want to fucking play. How about that? But I actually can't really play. And the other thing pissed me off about Candy Crush is chocolate is the best candy that there ever was. There's no argument. In Candy Crush, chocolate is fucking bad. When chocolate comes down, it fucking ruins the game, and then that's it. And you can't fuck up a candy-based game with the actual best candy in the world. That's a fucking violation. So while I'm watching videos in the game to wait for my lives to regenerate, I got a commercial that said, in my phone, it said, people who play solitaire, my wife, an average of 15 minutes a day only, have a 20 points higher IQ than you. So I get fucking mocked by my Candy Crush commercial that my wife is fucking 20 IQ points smarter than me by playing solitaire, and it's a lot fucking higher than that. They don't fucking know what they're talking about. So there's that. Candy Crush, boom, roasted, solitaire. Fuck me. Oh, and that's happened to me before too. Shit taunts me, right? Again, there's no real cohesion to this show at all. Going back to the olden days, somehow I would get the bad fortune cookie. So we had fortune cookies, and my wife openers, you're beautiful, and everybody loves you, and you will have a wonderful, happy, successful life. And then the next one comes up, people are drawn to you, and you are like a good luck magnet, and and people are blessed to know you. Then we got to mine. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. That's me. That's my fortune cookie. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. How do you fucking order uh, dessert after that? Oh. I'm going through my notebooks here. A show that I used to watch that I will admit that I loved, and I miss it. I don't know if any of you peckerheads watch this or not. Millionaire Matchmaker. Did anybody watch Millionaire Matchmaker? Oh my goodness gracious. Patty, a tall, lanky, beautiful girl. She could probably play football if she wanted to. She's fierce. Millionaire Matchmaker. Millionaires who couldn't get a date. Imagine being a millionaire and you can't get a fucking date. How could you not get a date if you're a fucking millionaire? They would pay her money and they'd have to send her an audition video. And apparently, millionaires, like handsome millionaires, are very rare. But having millions of dollars gives you a distorted vision of how you look personally. So these people, millionaires with these audition tapes would be, guy might be like 59-ish, but he might look like he's 90, and his face isn't even the right shape. Um, and the audition thing would be like, well, the problem, Patty, is that I can't find a date because I'm too perfect. I'm too perfect. I'm too charming. I'm too handsome. People are intimidated by my fierce, rugged looks and my millionaire status. And they just get nervous around me and I can't form a relationship. And she will go, Patty will go, Get the fuck over yourself, you toady douchebag motherfucker. Look at here. You're 59 years old and you said your perfect girl is 22 years old, size 2 pants, 38 double D's. Get the fuck out of here. So I missed that show. And whenever that comes back, I want to watch Millionaire Matchmaker. Put it on YouTube, Google it, find it. Fantastic fucking show. She just fucking ripped him a new one. Sometimes she'd throw him out. He'd go through like she'd set him up on fake dates too. She would send him the 22-year-old with 38 double D's, and then uh, that person would spit wine in his face, and then he'd cry, and she, of course, he'd spit wine in her face. You're fucking 3 times older than her, you sick perverted fuck. So, Millionaire Matchmaker, check that out. That's fantastic. Road to hell is paved with good intentions. I can't even say words in a good intentions. What the fuck is a good intention? That's what I want to know. See, when you can't hear, you can't fucking think. Sparky's Sparky's asleep, man. She's been having the greatest show. She would just sit there. Well, then this is how we watch movies and shit. When I get up to have to pee, she's pissed off. Oh, here she comes. You want a drink? Hang on. So the water's a little low in the glass. So do this. You're going back down there on movie watching toe. There you go. I mean, that's priceless entertainment. Watching my cocktail drink. Sometimes when I have a glass of ginger ale, she wants to go in the ginger ale. That's the weirdest thing. All right, trending on Twitter. We already said about that. Oh, here's the craziest thing too. For me, I have always been jealous of people who can just fall asleep anywhere. My brother-in-law, he can fall asleep in a lawn chair out by the campfire. My wife can fall asleep just getting comfortable. I cannot fall asleep unless I'm up in bed. I can get comfortable on the couch, but I just can't fucking fall asleep because I'm nuts. It's just, I don't know if it's anxiety. Who the fuck knows what it is? I cannot fall asleep on that sofa. But what happens is sometimes when I go upstairs to sleep, I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I will think that I fell asleep on the sofa. And it's not a bad thing. It's actually a really good thing. I'm like, oh my God, I'm fucking normal. I fell asleep on the sofa. Now all I gotta do is decide if I want to just sleep on the sofa all night, if I want to go up to bed. And then I realize that I'm already in bed. And then I laugh about it, and I'm awake. But I'm worried that that'll come back to haunt me because there is an attic. So if I wake up in bed and I think I fell asleep on a sofa, and I go up and go up in the attic, then I'm fucked. So now I probably just put the curse on myself. So there's that. Let's see. They're so patient with me. See, there's that one, there's this one. Sleep anywhere. First noun. First. Rhythm of War, I complained about that. I'm starting to hear the bumps of echo in my ear to end the live stream. As Moyer said, I wouldn't hear it, but I did in fact hear it. But I think I hear it, but I don't know if I hear it. So there's that. Alexa, stop. Oh, self-serving, bragging me. As I sit here in my living room and I can't perform on rooftops, and I'm too scared to go perform at swingers clubs. I've been performing stand-up comedy since 1991. I know the business. Rain the Amish comic, was the first person in the Lehigh Valley to run no smoking shows. At the Days Inn Conference Center, They battled me. Um, a giant ballroom, hard to believe, 500 people, 600 people one night, and then the following night, um, a lot of people were not coming to my shows. And I'm well, how come you don't come to my shows? Because the smoke, the actual smoke, is just so fucking horrible. So I said, well, I'll run a no smoking night. Friday be no smoking night, and Saturday will be smoking night. So apparently, what happened was then the non-smoking people don't drink as much. That's why the hotel is like, "Nah, the non-smoking people don't fucking drink, and they're well, they'll drink tomorrow night for fuck's sake. Uh, get bottled water and sell them fucking bottled water. So that's what they did. The no smoking show would sell more tickets and spend less on alcohol, but they bought bottled water, and the smoking show would be less because of all the smoke, and they drink like motherfuckers. So, no smoking show, first to run it. Now they're everywhere, but trend setting me. That's it. In fact, I missed those days. Them peckerheads didn't realize how nuts my fans are. We had reserved tables. Doors open at 7, and he called me up. Jim called me up. I said, "Hey, it's 6 o'clock, and there's like a fucking 100 people lined up to get in here already. What do I do?" I'm there. Get one of them little mini bars and start selling them fucking alcohol. And he says, "You are fucking brilliant." He hung up, and they set up one of them little wedding bars and shit, and they sold so much fucking alcohol before they even let people in. So it's nice to remember when I could create income for other people too. Let's see, there's my dreams. And that's I had another fucking stupid dream, but this show is already going too long, so I'll tell you about that dream next week. Let's see. Well, oh. So, whenever I get money again, I am going to be getting myself a medical marijuana card. I'm also I'm anticipating recreational marijuana will become legal. Another friend of mine is over in New Jersey, and I'm messaging back and forth with him. And he said, "Oh, it's legal in New Jersey." And I was happy for like a millionth of a second. I'm like, "Are you fucking shitting me? That's 23 miles. 23 fucking miles that way. 23 fucking miles east. Marijuana is legal. How is that fucking fair? How is that fucking fair at all?" And he goes, "Oh, I haven't really got any yet or nothing." How the fucking legal marijuana be in your neighborhood and you don't even fucking know how to do it or whatever, for crying out loud? Um, See, Pennsylvania, if you're in the Lehigh Valley area and you've been around here forever, you will know this, that New Jersey drinking age used to be 18 when Pennsylvania's was 21, and people, they fucking ran to Jersey and they took orders. If people go, "Hey, I'm going to Jersey, you want anything?" People, they're fucking rum runners. Modern times, rum runners. I'm hoping there is a similar marijuana rum runners, but I haven't cracked that underground railroad yet. So, in anticipation though of marijuana becoming legal, I'm doing a lot of research because the medical marijuana sites, uh, marijuana strains have the greatest names, and they are so fine tuned. So you can go into one of these places and say, "Well, I'm having anxiety, I'm nuts, I don't know if I'm sleeping upstairs or downstairs, but I still have to focus and perform comedy," and there's a thing for that. And they have uh, for anything that ails you, for pain, for stress, if you want to be loopy, if you want to just have the pain knocked out of you and you don't want to be fucking loopy, it is that specific. So what I'm thinking is going to be coming back again, because when things used, people say, "Use kids don't remember," and then that's fucking going forever. Years ago, people used to knock on your door, the neighbors, and say, "Could I borrow a cup of sugar?" Future is coming back now as people are going to bang on your door and say, "Could I borrow a couple of bowls of Girl Scout cookies?" That's a flavor of marijuana. Girl Scout cookies. Fucking boom roasted. I'm looking forward to that. Um, Recreational marijuana. Need a bucket of goo. Oh, this is a. See, I don't just play a dumbass. I actually am a dumbass. This is who I am. My family will sign off on that. Uh, I like it really cold. It's not a sexual innuendo. I like air conditioning. I like things to be really cold. My wife's got blankets on. Sparky has sometimes a warm corner. So my corner of this room is actually the warmest fucking corner of this room. Doesn't make any sense at all because the air conditioner is right over there. So I decided to move from there over there, and all my shit is over there. This was a big fucking project to move over. I'm thinking, you stupid fuck. You sat over in a hot corner for all this time, and you could have just been set up shop on the other side of the fucking sofa. And that's what I did. And I moved all my shit over, and then Sparky, who comes on the toe, like this, she was looking over the cliff of the sofa like there were serial killers down there because there were new wires and shit reflecting that she had to get used to. So I'm over here and I'm still not cooling off. I'm not fucking cooling off, and this air conditioner is a smart air conditioner. I can have the booms to tell it to do shit and all that. And it's relatively new. It's only about a year old. I set it at fucking Snowball, and I wasn't cold. I don't fucking understand. Maybe have I gone this nuts that because I lost my hearing, I also cannot sense the temperature of the room. Have I actually gone this insane? And then I noticed on the air conditioner there's a filter. It says filter, and the filter light was on, and I just thought that meant the filter was working. No, I never actually cleaned the filter on that air conditioner for a whole fucking year. And the reason I know this to be true is because my wife said, if you show me how to open that thing up, I'll clean the filter out for you. That's because my wife rocks. I'm a, I, it's not that. It's just that the front that opens was never open. And she's, how you know, because I can see that it's taped shut. The tape that holds the thing on was still fucking taped. So there was 1 year of shit in that fucking air conditioner on the filter. And when I opened that fucker up and pulled that filter out, it was like a mouse carpet in the fucking filter. It's very rewarding. And now we're set back to ice cubes here. So if your air conditioner is not cooling off, get that mouse carpet out of there. There you go. Wisdom from your favorite Amish comedian. The other danger of this format now is that I am very comfortable and I'm going to be rambling and uh, never know when this thing will end now. And plus the alarm went off. Oh, here's more fun. And a lot of this shit, what you're getting tonight also is like this notebook just has ideas and then I don't, they're really undeveloped as is evidenced by my show here tonight. Um, this goes back to see this part here was supposed to be connected to the Broadway theater auditions with our daughter. Um, the HBO Max, watch it stream live while it's now in theaters, is a cool thing. In the Heights, based on the Broadway musical, In the Heights, just broke. It's playing right now. It's a whole thing. Uh, I don't know how we did it, but our daughter knew how to get cheap Broadway seats and see shows when they were in previews when they weren't charging full price yet. So we actually saw In the Heights while it was on previews on Broadway for like $40 tickets. And Lin-Manuel Miranda, who's like so fucking famous now, he's completely unapproachable. Uh, was really nobody at the time. It was his first musical, and he was very nervous about it. And it was in workshop previews where they actually go and they watch it and see if do we have to change anything. And this sucks and that sucks. And he listened to see if the audience goes, if they fucking hated that, they love that. So workshop show, we stage doored him. Lin-Manuel Miranda asked me, dumb fucking ass like me, goes, did you like that? What did you think? Was that good? Were the parts that you hated? Were the parts that you liked? And then he dropped his fucking notebook on the ground, and I picked it up because it's the exact same kind of notebook that I use. And I picked this thing up, Lin-Manuel Miranda. I said, hey, this is amazing. This is the same kind of notebook that I use. They're Moleskine. That back when I had money, I could afford Moleskine notebooks. And then he goes, "Oh, do you write musicals?" I said, "No, I write comedy." And that pretty much kind of ended that conversation. Um, but so the film version just was released it's streaming. Check it out. It's way different than the musical without any spoilers. Things fucked me up. Serial killer, big Dexter fan. I don't know if you watched Dexter or not, but Miguel. Remember Miguel? Dexter kind of had a serial killing buddy. Miguel is in the Heights, and it's really a mind fuck to watch somebody who was in a serial killer show all of a sudden now doing In the Heights. Ellen Wolf. It's just oh. So just, if you watch it, just be prepared. Now fuck you up. Um, there it is. And that's the problem right there because that's my last note. But I got more shit to talk about here. Oh, oh. Here we go. I don't know if I'm going to get to Clee's stories tonight, Clee's sister, but uh, Clee's sister, she's not watching. But when you do watch Clee's sister, these are the two stories in question. And these are copies. These are actual copies that I promised I would send to you. So now all I have to do is send them because I did print them out. So those are going to be coming. Last weekend at the live stream, I introduced a new segment entitled Things in My House That I Shouldn't Have Bought and I Wish I Would Have the fucking money back. And it was an eye exam chart right there. And I promised I would do a new series called Things in My House That I Never Should Have Bought and I Wish I Had the Money Now. And I almost forgot to do that. And I hope you peckerheads all do it too. Walk around your house since you've been pandemic and you're home all the time. What the fuck is this? Why do I have it? Where did I get it? How much did I spend to drive yourself fucking nuts? But things that I shouldn't have bought, right there, landline phone. Right there, landline phone. I bought this about 2 years ago. And it comes with, sorry, Sparky. I'm not, she's comfortable. It comes with 6 more of these, so I can have phones all over this fucking house. I can have a phone in the toilet. I can have a phone here, one over there, one behind the curtain, one outside, one in the shed, one in the basement. But here's the kick in the Amish balls. I don't have a fucking landline anymore. I dumped my fucking landline so I could get an extra cell phone so I could stream live. And you saw what happened tonight with the live stream cell phone. So, things I shouldn't have bought that probably have no value. Panasonic landline with 6 extra handsets. Fuck me. And a bucket of landline goo. There's that. I don't really have too much else to say. If Fuck You Albert is still in the chat, or do we lose him? Are we watching Twin Peaks Season 3 tonight? And if so, what episode are we picking up on? Huh? I think we lost him. I wouldn't have sat here with me anyway. So I think I'm out of shit here. I'll be cranking stuff up again for my Patreons. Unshunned. It's hard to do shit when you're a lazy ass, right? So anyway, so that's all that's going on. If there's any questions, hit me right now. If not, thank you so much. I really just a guy sitting in a chair right now with a cockatiel on his foot. That's all there is to do. So all right, Al, fuck you, Albert. We are watching tonight. Albert, do you have a episode that we're going to be picking up? There's so many fucking spoilers that we can talk about because we're silly and immature. Al, fuck you, Albert. I think you know some of this stuff. Richter knows this. Twin Peaks and me are like, it's a thing I worship. It's a thing I adore. You peckers might like to watch football, baseball, whatever. Twin Peaks is a thing that is sacred to me. 2017, May 21st, my birthday, Season 3 dropped of Twin Peaks Season 3 on my actual fucking birthday. David Lynch dropped Episode 8. Oh, episode 8, I think, is the crazy one. Unless that might have fucked you up. Dirty Bearded Men, or Bearded Men, something like that. But they dropped 4 episodes on my actual birthday. It was the most fucking incredible birthday, and that's how I got. You don't see it now, but the red curtain that's back here was purchased not for live streaming, but to have the Twin Peaks themed party. And there's so much shit to talk about. Mr. Strawberry, that's another one. Al, we gotta hang out sometime because this is how silly and mature we are. In Twin Peaks season 3, and I'm sure you've seen this already, evil Agent Cooper is in jail and he's just laying on his fucking jail bed, and they're bringing him food, and he goes, and now food is coming. We do that. We are that immature in this house that if I go out to pick up food, we don't do it as much now, but back when that season was airing, when I go out to pick up pizza or something, I come in, somebody would be laying on that couch, and when I come in, they go, and now food is coming. That's how fucking devoted we are to Twin Peaks season 3. And Al, if you don't have Fire Walk with Me, I think it streams, but I might have a disc here somewhere. And that one scares my wife a little bit, so she'd actually be happy to get it out of the house. And she really didn't want me to give it to you too soon, because if that fucks you up, then it falls back on me. Like, we don't know if you can stand to see that. Here's a little more trivia for you. Fuck you, Albert. Okay, Bob. You know, evil Bob. That's fucked your mind up a little bit there. Evil Bob was not supposed to be in Twin Peaks 1, 2, or 3. Evil Bob is a camera guy, microphone guy. So he crawls all around in scenes holding microphones, boom mics, whatever the fuck they are, and one of the cameras caught him. And David Lynch said, "That's the creepiest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. Who the fuck is that?" Well, that's the microphone guy. Well, he's fucking evil Bob now. He's going into the Black Lodge. That's what's happening there. So that's how you got cast, man. So that's pretty much it. That's a wrap on whatever episode this is. I am hoping to be presenting some more happier shows right now. But right now, you peckerheads are my therapy. Sparky's saying goodnight right there. And I'm going to click on this thing over here that says stream ending soon. And you peckerheads are awesome. Let's see. Click on this. And it says stream ending. Now you won't actually be able to see me. It'll say stream ending.